Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're fishing for some wild brownies and maybe even a char on this really nice wild loch in front of me. So I fished this loch before, but I've come to a slightly different spot this time. And in order to try and reach the deeper water for the char, which is really what I'd like to catch because they're quite unusual and I've only ever caught really small ones, I brought quite big rods with me. So I have the Corum barbel rods. So the bite indication is really good in them and they can lob stuff miles, but they're kind of against my ethos of like fishing kind of as light as you can to get the most out of the fight. But the smaller fish you won't really feel anyway. So we're using a maggot feeder on the end here, and then up of that we have 8-pound fluoro with 2 droppers size 14 hooks. So the smaller hook should be small enough for the small fish, and the idea of having the swim feeder at the end of the line rather than running is that when you're casting far and the weight's at the end of the line, it keeps all your lines straight and your hooks don't get wrapped up with your main line when you're casting. So it's the best thing when you're casting far like this. So I'm going to fill this guy up with some maggots, and we're just going to cast out and probably put the first one quite close in where I've seen a couple nice fish rise, and hopefully we can get something. So here we have 2 pints of white maggots. That should be plenty to keep us going. So I'm going to put them on the hooks first, because when you fill the feeder they start coming out. So I pick a maggot out and find that little lip bit at the top and just nick the skin. And our swim feeder, we're just going to fill it up. Like that. Let's get cast out. Okay, so I'm not going to put this very far. Oh, ow. I'm not going to cast this very far. I'm just going to cast it where I saw the trout rising, which is only about, it was slightly left of that, but 7 seconds of it sinking there. So there's a decent bit of depth. The trout were slightly to the left of that, but I'm happy enough with that cast. I like a little bit of depth as well. So yeah, we'll put this on our rod rest and keep an eye on it. So we've got a basic rod rest I use as a butt rest for the pike fishing, and that should do absolutely fine for this. So we'll put the rod on it. That'll do. And now what I also have is a little bell that I use for the sea fishing. But for this kind of fishing it's quite good actually, because it means you can sort of turn your back on your rods. If you do, you'll still hear a bite straight away. I do also recommend the ones with the plastic clips. The ones that are metal scratch up your rods, so I quite like the plastic ones. And that just means we can fish it a little bit more hands-free. Just as I turned away, it got absolutely thumped. I don't feel anything, so I'm just gonna set the rod back down, because if there is a fish there, we'll know about it. So this one's set up identically to the other rod. I'm just gonna throw it a little bit further. That's gonna be the only difference here. So that's about 20 seconds. So maybe that'll be char depth, who knows? I spent the next 10 minutes or so relaxing and taking in the scenery, but I wasn't able to do this for too long as the fishing quickly turned on. I don't know if you saw it swim away there. That looked like maybe a char. It was pretty white, not red, but that was exciting. Take that bell off because I have to wind this one in so far and it rings the whole way. I'm just going to wind down to it, see if I can feel anything. Yep. It feels a bit better than last time. It didn't, the bite was nowhere near as much, but this looks the same as the last time, so oh, I think it is a char. Yeah, nice one. Excellent, fish one landed. There it is, the almighty char. Just a wee one. The other one I lost was also a char, because it looked the same in the water. So we'll put them back. Well, excellent start here. That's 2 char we've hooked, and as I was unhooking that one, we got a good pull on the other rod, but it seems to have dropped it luckily, so I have to deal with 2 at the same time. But yeah, let's get another maggot back on and put it back out to the same spot. Yeah, there's something there. Ooh. That felt pretty good. There's a pretty good head shake right there. Oh yeah, it's half decent. For a wild loch, this is a pretty good fish. Oh, excellent. It's a nice trout. Oh, and got the net, got him in there. That's a beautiful trout from a wild loch. That's about as big as you could ever expect to catch. This hook is just right here. Look at the colours of that. Beautiful fish. There we go. Really nice healthy fish that. Get a good look at him there in the sun. Perfect tail. We'll get him back. What a nice fish. Brilliant stuff. Well, that's me had a char and a really good trout, so there's really not much more I could ask for. That's brilliant. So we're just going to cast this one back in, see if we can get some more. But as far as I'm concerned, that's about mission successful as it is. There we go. Baby trout. And we'll get him back. There he goes. Hiding in the weed. Right. Oh, it's another char. Nice. Get a good look at the colour on that. Put my hand here and unhook him. Here's his chart on his way. I think this is another decent one. Oh no, my net's attached to my line. Well, it certainly put up a good scrap for its size, but nice colours again. So I'll put them back. Over the next hour or so, the temperature started to drop and the frequency of bites started to slow down, but I still managed to get a couple more trout. Well, right on time, that's the rain coming in, and the temperature's right dropped down as well, so I think it's probably about time to call it a day. But to be honest, it's been pretty good. We've had one great trout, but better than I expected to catch. Whoa. One of the rods just got whacked there. It never developed. But yeah, it's been good fun. It's been a good day. Had a few nice trout. It was just a great day to get out and sit in the heat, and which felt unusual, to be honest. It's been that long. It's since it was sunny. It feels like just a breath of fresh air after a long winter. But yeah, great day. A couple of char as well, and pretty pleased with how it went. Hope the video was half decent, and thanks for watching. Catch you later.